the HubSpot integration, as Zach mentioned, and next to Marketo, this is, I think, from the numbers, our second most used marketing automation tool integration. As many customers that are using Marketo, we also see using HubSpot. So for the HubSpot integration, excuse me, not only are you able to capture net new contacts through it, but you're also able to track which contacts have registered and attended your events through this integration. So there are two parts to this integration, and I'm going to go through both of them. I'm talking high level through the slides. One is about creating and updating contacts, and the other one is about specifically the timeline integration and how you can track that event level data and use that information on the HubSpot side. As far as creating and updating contacts, so the way the integration works is when a guest fills out a registration form on a Splash page, as you can see here, with first name, last name, email address, Splash can push all of that data over to HubSpot so that any existing contact can be updated. By first capturing all these details about the guest, the integration can update any field over on the HubSpot side, be it a custom or standard field that might exist. And if the contact does not already exist, because for most of our customers, we see that they have a lot of net new prospects, leads, et cetera, come in through their events, we are able to create new contacts on the HubSpot side. And we're able to avoid creating any duplicates because we match on email address. Since that's a unique identifier in Splash, we look for an existing contact of HubSpot. If they exist, we'll update. If they don't exist, we will create a new, and then we'll fill in any missing information about that individual. So if you want to make sure you're capturing that information in HubSpot, you can also capture it on the registration form, which, as most of you are aware, is fully customizable to what questions you need to ask. The second part of this integration is capturing that event level detail on the contact's timeline itself. So anytime a person registers for an event or checks into the event the day of, Splash will add that activity onto the contact's timeline in HubSpot. And these timeline activities can be triggered for any status change that might happen in Splash. So if you want to know in HubSpot who's been invited to the event, who's registered, who has registered no, who checked into the event, maybe even who's on the wait list, we can push that data into HubSpot, so you'll be able to see that on the contact itself. And you can filter all that contact information as well, or all that timeline activity as well on the contact itself. So you can see specifically what Splash activity has occurred for that contact. And then what's also useful is that all these details about the event are part of that timeline activity. So you can see the event name, the location, who created the event, and then use that information to create lists in HubSpot, which is the next part of this. So the timeline integration does create a new set of properties that can then be used to filter your contacts into lists. So you're able to create a list of anyone who attended your VIP happy hour, or you can see who registered but never showed up to the event itself. And then you're able to use that data to create workflows off of, maybe add someone to a drip campaign based on the fact that they actually attended an event. Or maybe you want to filter everyone that ever attended an event in New York City and then invite them to your next New York City-based event or your next San Francisco-based event. You'll be able to do all of that in HubSpot based on this timeline integration. So in summary, it's a little bit more simple because this integration is only a single direction with Splash pushing data into HubSpot, but you're able to create and update those contacts and all the contact information you have in HubSpot. You're able to track all event status changes that occur that you want to make sure you're capturing in HubSpot, and then you're able to create lists and set up workflows based on that event level data in your HubSpot instance. And having all of this event data synced into your marketing automation tool allows you to create really targeted communications post-event and pull all of your data around your marketing efforts into just one tool.